There's a YouTube mic. Okay. I'm audible? Great. So we've talked about where can wealth go. FD में डालना है, real estate में डालना है, where do we have to put it? Do we put it in equity, mutual funds? I'm asking the single biggest question, घर पे किसको देना है wealth? Okay, that's what we are answering. The biggest question that everyone has in the family, who will get the money that you are building? Who will get the money your parents are building back home in India if they are in India, right? I'm from Willjini. I'm the co-founder of Willjini. We are India's biggest company that does wealth and estate planning. So we're into succession services, and I'll take you through some very important points that you as NRIs would need to question upon. So आपके टेबल पे जो NRI health score दिख रहा है, legal health score, is what we are suggesting you to think upon, to give couple of minutes to question yourself, have I sorted these things out for myself and my family? Okay. Interesting statistic. India में unclaimed assets, families did not know about this wealth, is at a staggering greater than 50,000 crores. Okay. Grandfather had some shares lying in the cupboard, family did not know about it, got lost. Someone had FDs lying, they passed away, family did not know, FD sitting with the government. So we are saying having a succession plan is not just for who will get what, but for the family to know, yaar, what did you have? Right now, when you've spent 15-20 years of your life building a corpus, you yourself would have forgotten some demat account opened somewhere, some savings, some FD opened 15-20 years back. So imagine your spouse, your child would not have a 100% view of what you've built. Again, the legal inheritance process in India is very murky. You would see the number of years it takes and the number of cases ongoing for the inheritance and probate matters in India, across metros, non-metros, everywhere. We're saying that the problem is arising because people are not writing on a piece of paper what they wanted. We're solving this by just giving you and enabling you by writing a will. Okay, we're saying please start with a will. Don't complicate stuff. We'll start one by one. So first step is will. Why plan now? So I covered this in the first two parts only. That one is life care of parents, yourself and your next generation. Okay. Someone's mother is worried about her. So yeah, we're saying like life care of parents back home in India, life care of your kids after you is also very critical. Next. Can you close WhatsApp if possible from your desktop? Mom is worried, huh? Back home in India. I'm sure all of us undergo that. Great. Okay. Okay. Right now, we do not have any inheritance taxes in India. India में अभी inheritance tax zero है. But with a good proper succession plan, any future inheritance tax that may come in India, and we'll talk more about it, can be mitigated. Any future challenges that may come from family members, दूर के रिश्तेदार, siblings, within kids. I know the rarest of rarest chances there, but why leave an iota of doubt amongst family members? Smooth transfer of assets to the family, and 100% fulfillment of your wish is the core objective of having a proper succession plan in place. Yeah. So right now, why are people not writing their wills? Why are people sitting in this auditorium? Have they not written their wills? 3 reasons. One, not sure how to begin. Who do I go to? किसके पास जाओ? Who do I trust with the money that I've built over these years? And they don't misuse that information. Today, there is no single wealth manager that you would know who would know your entire estate. Someone knows half, someone knows the other half. But the will is the only document that has entire of your savings. So you need someone trustworthy enough who will not misuse this information or upsell you into things you don't want. Secondly, delay and procrastination. यार अभी घाई क्या है? I'm still young enough. What's the rush about? I'll write when I retire. I'll write when I'm on my deathbed. And the thing is, Bollywood and ads have given us that image that a will is that document while I'm writing, I'm on my deathbed. There's a water drop falling on the will. So we know all that ad, right? Exactly. So we're saying it's a simple piece of paper. Don't dramatize it. It's no melodrama. Just like you buy an insurance policy, just like you buy or file your taxes every year, just review what's your succession plan. I'm sure you all have nominees on your assets. You all have nominees on your DMATs, mutual funds. What is nominee? Who will get that asset after you're gone? A will just completes that entire circle legally. And yeah, some doubts and myths. So we'll clear some doubts and myths that you have around succession planning. Just quick background. So Willjini has been doing this for the last 12 years. We've served almost 20,000 customers in and across the globe from 480 cities and 32 countries abroad. The channel partners that we have are HDFC Group, Tata Group. So all these institutions that we see, their clients get their wills made via Willjini. So we are their official succession planning partner. We've been covered in media all these years because nobody else is talking about this. It's a very sensitive. Yes, sir.
I need a mic.
Sorry?
I need a mic.
You need a mic? Okay. Can we probably take some questions in the. Okay.
If you can hear me, it's okay.
I can hear you.
So, when you say Willjini,
Yeah.
it's providing wills for across the
Yes.
number of years working.
Yes. Yes.
If we have to approach you
Yes.
to get the will done in India,
Yes.
so how do we approach?
Okay. So one is Ankit is here. He can guide you to us. You can reach out to us. You have our brochures out there. We've put it. But Ankit and your team at Wealthy Nivesh is your point of contact for that. So I'll talk about how long does it take for us to get your will done. But just to give an idea, 7 to 10 days is what it takes for us to plan your estate for Indian assets. And for Dubai estates, there's another process for that. So we can help you in that also. Sir, if you don't mind, can I take questions towards the end, please? So that I don't miss out on important points. Okay, inheritance tax across the world. Look at these mind-boggling numbers at the countries and the amount of money the government seeks from your estate if you don't have a proper plan in place. South Korea, US, 40-50% of their estate of a person who passes away passes on to the government and not their kids if they don't have the right structure in place. UAE and Middle East, it's a little murky. People are confused. How does Sharia work? Does it apply to me? I'm an expat, I'm a non-Muslim, I'm a Muslim, can I write a will? These are some questions that people have and we are here to clarify those questions. India, as of...
Just put the previous slide.
Okay,
Thank you.
great. As of today, there is no inheritance tax in India. It's zero. Even if you inherit 100 crores of wealth from your predecessors, that way you don't pay any tax to the government. But we've been hearing in circles, political circles, people want to tax, and we all know how Nirmala ma'am loves just gifting taxes to people. So we don't know when and if it may come. We would want that a proper plan is in place. Quickly, what are some tools of succession planning? So what we are saying is will, of course, the most simplest, and every household should have a kind of document is a will. Second, we are talking about is a family trust, a slightly more enhanced version of a succession plan. If you've heard of HUF, Hindu Undivided Family, a family trust is like a HUF on steroids. Okay, plainly put. I can spend more time on it, but that's a feeler for you. Okay. Thirdly, gift. Will is saying after I'm gone, who should get the money? Gift deed is saying while I'm alive, please give it to this person so that there is no issue in the future. And the trust is in between. That I want it to be given to this person. While alive, I'm creating that structure. So I'll talk about it. And finally, there is power of attorney. I'm sure a lot of you have power of attorneys in place. If you don't, it's a good thing to have, so that in your incapacity, in your unavailability in India, decisions can be taken on your behalf. Some laws that Indian system considers is succession laws. So Hindu succession law or the Sharia law or the Indian Succession Act applies to people. Secondly, FEMA laws if there is cross-border wealth, and finally tax laws if there's a family trust. Okay, I won't speak a lot on this because this is our job. This is what we'll do for you. Your job is to understand that I need this. Now, what do you need within succession plan is what our team guides you on. Talking about private family trust. Okay, I'll go little slower here because this is something that we tell all NRIs to think about and have in place. What is a private family trust? See, a private family trust is like a new legal entity that you are creating. For example, you create a private limited company in India or you create an HUF. This is exactly the same. So if my name is Jugal Popat, I create a Jugal Popat private family trust in India. I get its PAN card, I get its bank account opened. This trust can buy assets like mutual funds that we've been listening to. It can buy real estate, it can buy gold, it can buy bonds, anything on the planet Earth that you as an individual can buy, a trust can buy. Secondly, what you already own, if you own equities, if you own mutual funds, you can transfer it into the trust at no charge. Okay, so what people are doing is they're creating this trust, slowly transferring their wealth inside the trust, so that the day they are no longer on this earth, their family can immediately start using it from the very next day. So no legal process has to be then done. So जीते जी मैं चीजें sort करके जा रहा हूँ, I'm clearing stuff out while I'm alive is the purpose of a trust, and you can control how the wealth will be used after you're gone. If I say that every year my child should get 50 lakh rupees out of my trust, the trust will operate that way. If you say at the age of 30 years, disburse all my wealth to my kids after they've grown up, then and close the trust, that is how the trust will operate. Until now, the trust was an inaccessible entity. Ratan Tata, or let's say the Birlas, the Reliances of the world were creating trusts. People had heard about it, that there's something like this available, but they didn't know, is it applicable to me or not? We're saying, let us show you some benefits about it, and if you feel it's worthy of making, you should explore that. So let's look at difference between a will and a trust. This will clarify what conceptions that people have about having a family trust. Number one, a will is a basic plan. It's a single piece of paper writing all your assets. Whereas a trust, it's a secured succession plan. Very important to note, a trust cannot be challenged in court. Will, even if registered, no matter at the embassy here or at the registrar in Mumbai, Delhi, wherever, the legal heirs have a right to challenge it. Then whatever time it takes in the courts. But if a trust is made, whatever I have mentioned has to be followed by the family. It cannot be challenged. So that is the core benefit that people use a trust for. Secondly, will is a single document of all my wishes. A trust is a separate legal entity, right? So I'm creating a new structure. Then we have will is a fast and simple process. Within 30 minutes you can create a will online, or you can create a will with a lawyer in our team for like in 7 days time. A trust takes around 15 to 30 days because structuring and all, there's to and fro of thoughts that takes place. That's how it works. Finally, a will can be created by a legal professional. Trust takes a joint working of a chartered accountant, a lawyer, a tax professional if needed, right? So depending on the use case. I'll move on to the next part. Simple plan. Okay, let's take an example of what you sitting here can make for your family. For this, I'll just call on stage Jatin sir. He's our founder and CEO and a lawyer and company secretary by profession. Also happens to be my father. So I'll have him take a couple of plans for you. You can hold it in hand. And put this in pocket.
What is by Krishna? So, good to thank you, Nivesh. Uh, since topic is succession, my son Jugal has taken over my business in a way. So I'm already in the process of a succession of my business, and that's what we all have to do when we are reaching 50, 55, 60. आगे जाके क्या होने वाला है पता नहीं है. Today we have seen mutual fund industry, share market, we have seen private credit, we have seen all the commercial estate, everything, all the portfolio. And fact is, we will have to keep it here and go. That the facts we all should note and we should act upon it. We have been doing a financial planning for mutual fund stocks. We are doing this type of seminar every now and then. We meet tax consultant, we meet insurance consultant, everything we do regularly. But this topic, which covers all your wealth, all your business, all your asset, I don't think have spent enough time or thoughts. So this is, we are here to tell you that please start thinking on it. When and what to do, it will follow. So this is we are just creating Jago awareness campaign, Jago Re Jago. So that is where we are here. And with regard to the simple plan of NRI, so basically, yeah. So see, first of all, let me ask you a simple question. How many here in this room are residing in UAE and they are non-Muslim? How many are? Almost. Anyone Muslim expect in this room? Okay, yeah. Any Emirati, the local? No. Okay. So I think rest all are from India for attending this seminar conference. So this is something great to know that expect Indians, non-Muslim, who are residing in UAE, where they have questions on their assets in UAE and their assets in India, and how to do the succession planning for both the thing via will or whatever. In India, we are talking here right now is something creating a private family trust. So the family trusts normally have managers. So the manager can be your own self, your family member, people like us who are professionals, and the assets that you can transfer, that can be all of your asset, you can do part of your asset. So this is something very unique thing where nothing to worry whether somebody will challenge or not, whether there will be government process or not. The family trust is something which is the advanced version. Today we are seeing all the places the advanced version are coming. So will is something can be uncertain, but yes, family trust is a very certain inheritance. Uh, in creation of such trust, you can make your grandparent, parent, anybody the settler, and then you can be a trustee. The beneficiaries can be you, yourself, your parents, your kids. So this is a very simpler way that one can do a trust which is created by the family, operated by the family, and for the benefit for the family. So this is a very unique way. You don't supposed to need any outsider. If you want a professionals in India or somewhere, there are your friends, relative, a chartered accountant or a lawyer or a company like us that we can help out. So this is something which you can do, and this type of detailed. Next one. Yeah. So I think there are few of the simple trusts that we normally suggest are the holding trust. So what is happening? We have been working with large number of people so far, and we realize that current scenario where the kids who are say aged about 15, 20, 30 years, they all have their independent life, career, education. So what we are suggesting to them that let's make a two separate trusts for each of the kid
or maybe if you three kids and separate for each one for the business, one for the personal wealth. So this type of combination where you can hold most of the asset in your personal wealth, you can have a separate trust for business so that business can grow continuously for many decades and the wealth start coming into the family. And each of your kids have one trust. So it's like, if you have a lot of jewelry at home, normally we can create one or two or three lockers in the bank so that one for one kid, another for another kid. The same way, we are creating a separate family trust in each family trust for each kid so that in future they don't have to depend on each other, there won't be any conflict and they will leave it till they become 50 years or they may be 40 years, whatever you mentioned. So this is a very unique thing where the conflict and use of the fund exactly what you decided. Also, the rules that you mentioned in the trust is supposed to drive. You are not here in this world, but you can drive your wealth for many decades. Since same thing has happened with the Tata Trust, I think 150 years have passed and the Tata Trust is still going on and on for the business, for the companies and the family. So this is a very unique thing, which is where I think we are seeing almost 50% of the family, they approach us. When we explain to them, they select this option because this is a very confident inheritance with a very practical way, because today the kids have their own life and which country they will go, what they will do, we all don't know. And this is where they can make their own life, career, the investment and business.
Point number 4.
Yeah.
Point number 4. Previous slide. You can
Please, sir.
explain point number 4.
Yeah. So why the trust to be created? So there are 14 reasons, not 4. There are 14 reasons. Number 1, which normally a special child. Anybody having a special child, they do this type of trust regularly. People, they want to create, protect the asset from the creditors. The people into business with the large loans and all, they want to protect their personal wealth. So that is something they do. Matrimonial cases which are going up and up and up every now and then. So even the planning, people are also planning that, okay, I'm getting married and I don't know tomorrow what will happen, or my kid is getting married and I don't know what will happen, and we don't want any personal wealth to be attacked by on the matrimonial claim. So these are the few of the examples where the asset need to be protected well, and this can be done. I think many of the Muslim family person, they are unable to write a will because of the Sharia. So in India they do trust, and in UAE they are creating a foundation. So these are the few of the examples for what need based. Normally people with, say in India, 10 plus crore of the wealth, normally they decide trust than the will, because they don't want to take a risk on all the asset. So they do create a will, but they create a trust and transfer 60, 70, 80% to the trust. So this is a very safe, they are already safe in inheritance done for those assets they have transferred. And taxation also favored, there is no gift tax, there is nothing a problem. So it is a very unique and very good way of planning, a very strong planning instead of doing only a will. Just I'll take over to Jugal, please.
So I'll quickly talk about how long does it take to create a trust for Indian estate or UAE estate. So typically it starts with advisory, what kind of a trust is needed, we guide you on that. Then setting up the rules of the trust, drafting a trust deed, coming to signing of the trust, and registration of the trust anywhere in the country. Then we look at thank you. Then we look at obtaining a PAN card, creating a bank account for the trust, and that is when the trust is ready. So typically around 20 to 30 days, depending on how long you take to decide, and we guide you throughout the process. This is a timeline. Very quickly, estate plan for UAE, people have some misconceptions. So I'll cover that. So if an individual has a will made, okay, for the UAE estate, let's look at how much it costs. After making of will, whenever the time comes, the family has to apply for a probate of the will, and that takes around 3 months time at max, and the entire process takes 20,000 dirhams, okay, which includes the probate of the will at ADJD jurisdiction. So we've taken ADJD as our benchmark. DIFC is expensive, Dubai court is difficult, orthodox, so ADJD is in the center. It's the median that we're covering for. So that is the cost that your family or your estate will bear if you have a will made. Now let's look at the other side of it. If no will is made, your family gets two choices. Either they choose Sharia for the inheritance, or they choose the home country law. In our case, let's say it's India. So the family tells the authorities here, okay, we want to do the inheritance as per the Indian law. So what they have to do is they have to hire an Indian lawyer, prove the succession in India, communicate that to the lawyer here in Dubai. So they have to hire 2 lawyers, and then the Dubai lawyer will explain that to the Dubai courts in Arabic. So the entire process happens in Arabic. The entire process takes 1 to 2 years time, and yeah, home country law takes 2 years, Sharia takes 1 year. So the important part,
I get it, but
it takes.
you miscommunicating. The will, if you have to do it in UAE, doesn't take 20,000 dirhams.
So that is probate cost, not the will cost. I'll come to the will cost. This is the cost of a probate. Yeah. So that is a difference. Basically, will made, that is what the family ends up paying for the probate. Will not made, this is the starting cost that the family will have to incur in terms of inheriting the assets. Now let's look at the pricing for making the estate plan. Okay. So the cost that we charge for the Indian estate and for the UAE estate is as follows. So I have mentioned it in dirhams so that all of you get an idea how much is it for. So the UAE estate, we typically work with our local partner, our trusted local partner. So I have Sandeep ji who's also here. Sandeep ji, can you just wave your hand and just stand? So myself, Sandeep ji, Jatin sir will be around in case you want to talk to any of us. But that's typically how we work. Indian estate and Dubai estate, we recommend all of the families have 2 plans. One for the Indian estate, one for the Dubai estate. So that both processes work independently at the time of execution. Yeah, so I'll take this forward. And finally, besides inheritance, we've seen that people have issues around property matters, banking matters, things like that. So we're saying that we can help you out in those things also. Anything in India that you have needs support in terms of business filings, personal matters. So we have a team of in-house lawyers that do this. We have 25 people in the team across the country which are on our payroll. So we don't outsource it anywhere, and that's how we can help you out. That pretty much covers things, Aditya. And